The 2026 Honda GB500 is back and it's better than ever. Honda has resurrected a legendary classic from the late 80s and early 90s, infusing it with modern engineering while preserving the timeless café racer spirit that made it a cult favorite among enthusiasts. For riders craving retro design with cutting-edge performance, the 2026 GB500 is a love letter to both heritage and innovation. Let's start by stepping back and understanding the roots. The original GB500, inspired by British racing bikes from the 1960s, gained fame for its minimalist look, thumping single-cylinder engine, and elegant handling. Fast forward to today, and Honda has revived that same aesthetic, but with smarter tech, sharper lines, and a thoroughly modern ride experience. The 2026 GB500 blends nostalgia with sophistication in a way few bikes on the market dare to attempt. At the heart of the new GB500 lies a 500 cubic centimeters single-cylinder engine. Fuel-injected, liquid-cooled, and refined to meet current emissions and performance standards. Honda has managed to retain the characteristic thump and charm of the original thumper, but with a much smoother power delivery, thanks to modern electronics and ride-by-wire throttle control. The engine produces around 47 horsepower and 44 Nm of torque, which might not sound jaw-dropping on paper, but paired with the bike's lightweight frame, it delivers an incredibly agile and responsive ride, especially in urban settings or twisty backroads. The bike's 6-speed transmission is tuned for both spirited weekend rides and practical daily use. Honda has carefully calibrated gear ratios to offer smooth power transitions across the rev range, making it a perfect balance of performance and efficiency. On top of that, the slipper clutch adds a premium feel, reducing wheel hop during aggressive downshifting and making the GB500 more forgiving for less experienced riders. In terms of design, Honda has stayed remarkably faithful to the original silhouette but added subtle modern touches that elevate the overall appeal. The fuel tank maintains its teardrop shape, complete with classic pinstriping and the iconic Honda wing logo. The single-piece seat is slim and slightly stepped, staying true to the café racer lineage while remaining surprisingly comfortable over long distances. The round LED headlamp, brushed aluminum side covers, and wire spoke wheels all reinforce the vintage vibe, but don't be fooled, the build quality is unmistakably 21st century. One of the biggest upgrades comes in the form of the bike's suspension and chassis dynamics. The 2026 GB500 uses a lightweight trellis frame that boosts rigidity without compromising the minimalist look. Up front, you'll find 41mm telescopic forks with updated internals for better damping. In the rear, twin shocks with adjustable preload offer a smooth ride without straying from the bike's retro roots. Together, the setup ensures a planted and confident feel whether you're cruising through traffic or carving th. Braking performance is handled by a single 296mm disc up front with a 2-piston caliper, and a 240mm disc at the rear. ABS comes standard, seamlessly integrated without disrupting the clean lines of the bike. It's not meant to be a track monster, but for street use and casual fun, the braking system is more than capable and inspires confidence in all conditions. Where the GB500 really shines is in its rider-focused simplicity. Unlike some modern retro bikes that try to pack in too many digital distractions, Honda keeps the dashboard clean and elegant. A dual-gauge analog setup, one for speed and one for RPM, sits proudly on the bars, with a small LCD insert for essentials like fuel level, gear indicator, and trip meter. No flashy TFTs, no overcomplicated ride modes, just pure riding. Honda does, however, offer a few thoughtful tech additions. A USB-C port for charging, LED lighting all around, and an optional Bluetooth module for minimal connectivity are available, but optional, allowing purists to keep the cockpit clean if they choose. In keeping with Honda's reliability standards, the GB500's electronics are intuitive and built to last. The exhaust note deserves a special mention. Honda has engineered the GB500's exhaust to deliver a throaty, nostalgic burble without breaching noise regulations. It's not overly loud, but when you twist the throttle, you hear that familiar thump and growl that makes single-cylinder bikes so satisfying. It's a small detail, but one that enthusiasts will absolutely appreciate. Let's talk price. Honda has managed to hit a sweet spot with the 2026 GB500, positioning it as an accessible retro machine with a price tag of approximately $7,999. That puts it in direct competition with bikes like the Royal Enfield Interceptor 650 and the Yamaha XSR 700. But where those bikes aim more for neo-retro or modern reinterpretations, the GB500 stays true to its vintage DNA, making it a unique offering in this category. As for fuel economy, expect the GB500 to return around 65 to 70 miles per gallon, depending on riding style and conditions. This makes it a very efficient machine for commuting or weekend escapes, and its 14-liter tank means fewer stops between fill-ups. For riders who want a motorcycle that feels like a connection to the past but rides like something built for tomorrow, the 2026 Honda GB500 is a gem. It doesn't try to be everything for everyone. It doesn't bombard you with tech or overpower you with horsepower. Instead, it invites you into a purer kind of motorcycling. One where feel, balance, and beauty take center stage. In a world filled with aggressive sport bikes, hulking adventure machines, and electronics-heavy cruisers, the GB500 is a breath of fresh air. It's a bike that knows exactly what it is and doesn't apologize for it. Whether you're a nostalgic older rider who remembers the original or a younger motorcyclist looking to stand out with something timeless, the GB500 delivers. So, is the 2026 Honda GB500 the right bike for you? If you're drawn to classic aesthetics, crave a simple but rewarding riding experience, and want Honda reliability in a stylish package, it just might be. The GB500 is more than a motorcycle, it's a statement. One that says you ride not just for speed, but for soul.